Now, I was talking downstairs. We're gonna come out here and we're gonna make some smaller pieces into smaller pieces. I got a chunk of oak here that I cut down off my mom's tree about 2 years ago. Needed pruned back away from the chimney. But what I want to demonstrate here is two things. One, we just had water, rain, most of last night. We've been overcast and damp. Look at the bottom of the wood and backsides. That's all pretty, looks like it's pretty damp, isn't it? When you're going to do this, to try to access wood that's dry on the inside core, you're going to cut it with a hatchet or a 3/4 axe. You want to use a stick to hold it. If it doesn't want to split, get another one. Use that as your mallet. Now, as I pointed out, all the wood that was damp on the outside, your core is dry. That makes for a good kindling, especially with wood that the bark's falling off from. You already know that it's pretty dry. The only reason why it's wet is a little bit of damp from the rain that came up on top. I suggest and I emphasize using a stick because when I was 12, I watched a kid amputate the tip of his finger off. Had to rush him to the hospital to get all sewn back on. But you want these smaller pieces of kindling like this, and just keep shaving it down smaller and smaller. It gets tricky. Keep all those little splinters like this here. They'll all come in handy here a bit later. But also keep some pieces a little bit bigger like this. That's what I was talking about breaking. They break dry, nice and easy. What you're going to want to do is start off small and build yourself up to bigger and bigger pieces. The smaller pieces will catch faster and easier and get your heat building up to start burning your larger pieces. Which also brings me into size of fire safety. You're going to want to have smaller fires. You don't have to have a huge fire unless it necessitates it due to weather conditions, temperatures, keeping warm. You don't need a large fire for cooking on. You really don't want a fire with flame to cook on. You actually want a bed of coals. It works a lot better. You get better heat out of it, and you don't burn your dinner. We'll be moving to the next section here in a bit.